Queen of the Ring. She has battled the likes of Torture. Y'all make sure you go ahead and check that battle out. Has an upcoming battle versus Bonnie Godiva on King of the Dot, Hound Bidness, coming up here in a few weeks.
Go.
Compton's very own, the West's very own RX. How you doing, Queen?
Yes. What's up, Nico? Thank you for having me on your show. It's a pleasure to be here.
Most definitely. So, let's go ahead and start right where I left off. Bonnie Godiva in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks out. How you feeling about this battle? Because this is like a major matchup right here for real.
It is, and it was really hard to keep quiet about it. Like, I just wanted to tell everybody, like, oh, shit, I want to battle Bonnie. Because, honestly, like, I always wanted to battle Bonnie, but I was like, oh, Queen of the Ring is going to take me a minute to, like, climb up the ranks to get to her. And, the opportunity kind of presented itself during my matchup with Torture. Like, before that battle even happened, I was already approached about the battle. But it wasn't confirmed until, after the battle, and that's when I was like, okay, cool. Like, once I got done with the Torture battle, I immediately started, preparing for Bonnie. And it's been exciting to write for her because I always love the writing process because I get to, kind of get creative with everything and just, come up with different concepts. And it was hard for her, honestly, in some ways because when you battling a vet who has, like, over 40-something battles, what hasn't been said to them? And I don't like to repeat something that somebody else said. I always try to, come out with, like, fresh, new angles, material, name flips, whatever it is that I'm trying to do with the opponent. And, like, the previous people that I've battled, it's been kind of easy because they are new like me. But with her, it's like, what hasn't been said to Bonnie? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was the fun part, just figuring out what to say to her, So everything came together real good, and, I'm ready to go. I'm ready.
Oh, I heard that. Much deserved, by the way, because you've been putting in a lot of good work.
Thank you so much.
Ever since your first battle.
Yes, it's been a long time coming.
Now, when we look at this resume, because, you started off in your first battle catching a body. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You started off in your first battle putting in work right off rip.
Right.
Shout out to everybody. But we just going to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? No hard feelings. But, you came in there and was putting in work. And everybody knew from jump what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, you went in there, you handled your business. You battle dudes like Plex, 6500, Trav Uncut. Then you've been putting in work on the Queen of the Ring side where you really been elevating, battling everybody over there. So has this been going according to plan for you? Like, is this kind of how you were, like, planning everything? Was like, okay, battle some people locally, kind of build up rep, battle some people on the come up, and then go straight to a name? Or did this kind of just fall into, like, your hands just how it has?
Yeah, it definitely just kind of fell from the sky in a way because, like, I had a plan. I used to have a plan, but then I realized it don't matter what your plan is because your plan is only going to take you so far. You can only do so much with it. Because I used to be like, okay, I'm only going to battle locally and I'm only going to, build my name up on the West and then I'll go to the East Coast. But then it's like, Queen of the Ring kind of had this hiatus. So it wasn't easy for me to have events out here with Queen of the Ring where I could battle on because most of the events that I was booked for out here, my opponent didn't show up or the event didn't happen or something. I only had one battle out here on Queen of the Ring, and it was supposed to be a lot more than that. So my first year, I think my first battle was in July of 2016. And between that time and my next battle, it was like September of 2017. That's like over a year that I didn't battle. And it's because, I got pregnant with my daughter as well, but outside of that, I was booked for a lot of battles that never happened. So it was like, dang, what's going on? Like, why is this happening? So I had to just kind of take control of my own destiny and not really, like, rely on other people so much and just, make the moves, like, invest in myself. Like my first battle in New York, like, I had to pay for my own flight to go out there. And I was like, okay, if I got to do that to, get my name on and get popping, like, it'll pay off eventually. And sure enough, the Tony Blanco battle was a good battle. And it helped me to get the next battle with Pash Porter and from Pash Porter to Torture. And, Queen of the Ring, I have big plans with Queen of the Ring for this year. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for that right there. But if I never, invested in myself, I never would have had all these opportunities.
See, I'm glad you mentioned that, because a lot of times people who, like yourself, like you have a lot of potential first and foremost. Like you could just see it every time you battle. You can just see there's a different type of it factor there when you get in that ring. And I feel like a lot of times people are so afraid, or they not even afraid. Sometimes people just be in their ego and they think, well, I'm not spending my paper to go battle somebody. I'm not traveling over here on my dime. They got to pay me. They got to do X, Y, and Z. And they'll miss out on a lot of opportunities, because it's like, look, when you want to come up and there's an opportunity in front of you, don't let your ego take you out of that opportunity.
Right.
Because it's not going to last forever.
You can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? So I commend you for actually taking advantage.
Absolutely. And I got to be honest, and I don't like to tell people, what to do with their battle rap career, because different people battle rap for different reasons. Different people have different goals. But if you want to make it out of your region, you have to invest in yourself. Like, what I would suggest people to do is to find a league on the East Coast that they would want to be on, find an opponent that they would want to battle, set the battle up, and tell the league owner, like, yo, I'm going to pay for myself to come out there. Like, what's up? And then, go from there, and I guarantee you will get further doing that, because I got to be honest, a lot of eyes are on the West Coast right now, but we need more eyes on the West Coast right now. If you want to have the eyes on you that matter, I hate to say it like that, but this is just what it is. I got to be honest. If you want to have the eyes on you that matter, you have to go to the East Coast at one point or another. Like, yeah, we be having, big events out here and stuff, and those are good events to be on, like the traffic PGs or the initiation PGs or whatever. Those are good events to be on as well, but you have to eventually, go to the East Coast. And that's where it's a lot more opportunity for, battle rappers, because the market is so big over there compared to our, market over here, which ours is growing, but theirs has been, active and rolling for, decades. And you look at out here, it's like, our shit has been going, but it's not as strong as theirs over there, because they live and breathe battle rap. Like, you be on the subway, it's random people who don't battle rap, but you better believe they got a couple rounds memorized in case somebody come at them, but they're going to have to be spitting some bars for the day. Like, they live and breathe battle rap out there. That shit, once I saw that shit and the culture of it, I was like, damn. I realized, like, the culture that, it had, like, the effect that culture has on the people there. So it's, it's a pretty big deal to go to the East Coast and do your shit out there. Like, I would suggest people to go ahead and invest in themselves. Because after I paid for my flight that time, I never had to pay for anything else ever again since then. Like, everything has just been paid for me. So it's like, if I didn't invest in myself, I would not have had all these opportunities at all.
I heard that. Talk that stuff. Talk to these people. Talk to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta let them know.
So, question for you, because I see this Bonnie battle, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, I see the Bonnie battle. It's a great look, but that's not where it's going to stop. So, I'm trying to see if I can get the answer out of you. Do you have a hit list? Like, do you have a list of people you like, they got to get the fuck up out of here? Like, I want this person, this person, this person. It's time to get them up out of here.
Honestly, I don't. I can't think of nobody off the top that I'm like, oh, I got to battle that person. Like a few people that I used to say that I want to battle, which I would still battle them, is like KCJ and Nina Cluse. I really like those two girls. Other than those two, I would like to battle 40 Bars one day, but it's not like, oh, I have like a hit list. I need to check these off right now. It's like I have like different girls in mind, and I feel like it'll happen when it happens. I'm not like pushing or pulling for anything to happen. I'm not trying to force anything to happen. I'm not trying to stop anything from happening. I'm just kind of like going with the flow of things. And I feel like the better I do, the more these big names are going to want to battle me. So I have to just, keep going, because, I'm in touch with a lot of people behind the scenes, and I know who wants to battle me, who doesn't. And there's actually a lot of people that, they fuck with me, like vets. Like, they want to battle me, but they just feel like, oh, she got to battle a couple more times before she, reaches for the rank or whatever. And I respect that, because I'm not like, oh, give me a event, today right now. Like, I don't feel that way. I feel like I'm going to battle whoever I battle, and I'm only going to take the battles that make sense for me on the proper leagues, with the proper people. I'm not going to just take any battle just for money or something like that. Like, that's not what I'm in it for. Like, it's about elevation for me. So Once I battle Bonnie and get her out the way, which I will, we're going to see what other offers I get on the table. But I have a few, reputable leagues hitting me up or whatever for different battles and, with different opponents that I feel, are steps up. And that's what I'm looking for, is a step up. It doesn't have to be a vet right now, like different leagues or whatever. But if that's what I get, then I'm definitely going to go for it, period.
Okay. I heard that. So let me ask you this. I know, like, about a year or two ago, maybe about a couple years ago, remember a lot of people were talking about the female battle rap side of the game here in the West and saying how, well, we had people like SO and Adar who, back in their, when they first got started, were putting in the work. And then for a while, it seemed like there hadn't been too many over here. And, within this last year, the ladies have really been stepping up their game, and you've been one of the ones who really has stepped up and really been pushing the hard line for the West. Was this something that, like, when you really got started, you were like, okay, it's time to bring female battle rap back to, like, prominence where the West is looked at as, like, a place to go when it comes to female battle rap? Was that, like, a part of why, you really, like, got cooking in the first place?
Yeah, that was the primary reason, because I never really wanted to battle rap. It was just like, I think I had shared this story a few times on different interviews about, me having my graduation party when I got my master's degree, and everybody, we was just drinking and shit. We was just rapping. It was like rapping. Me Clutch was rapping. And then I started rapping out of nowhere. Nobody ever really heard me rap before, because I kind of, like, fell back off the rap tip for a minute. Like, I got songs and shit like that, and my homeboy got them or whatever, like, to this day. But, I kind of fell back on it just because I was so busy with school. And then once I got done with school, like, I kind of picked it back up. So I let them hear some shit that I had, and they were like, no, like, you gotta get into battle rap. Like, you got to do it. And I was like, man, I don't know, man. I don't want people calling me no bitch in my face. I'm going to fuck somebody up. And they was like, no, you got to look past that. So it was hard for me to get into it, but I saw the lack of female presence on the West Coast. It was like less than 5 girls. And I was like, dang, like, if I start battle rapping, maybe I could probably change that. Maybe I could probably, bring more eyes to the West Coast when it's, comes to, like, the female side of things. Maybe, other girls on the West Coast would see me battling, and maybe they would want to battle, and our roster would get bigger. Like, that was my primary reason, to help out the females on the West Coast and open doors for upcoming girls behind me, because that's what it's about. Like, you got to do your work and open up doors for the generation that's coming up behind us, because we want this to keep going. We don't want our work to be in vain. So that was the primary reason.
I heard that. When you look at how the West is looking right now as far as the local scene and how it's, steadily building up, and we have certain people who they stand out amongst everybody else, like, what's one thing with the West you would like to see them do more of, and what's one thing with the local circuit you would like to see less of out here?
Okay, so more of, you mean just like with battle rap all across the board, right? Or is it just
just like with the progression of the West and, like, pushing the West forward?
Oh, okay. Like, more of, I would like to see more unity. I feel like people always talk about this whole Western Conference thing. I don't feel like it's that much unity, to be honest with you. Like, I'm going to just keep it all the way real right now. It's a lot of hating-ass motherfuckers in the Western Conference. People will see other people getting on, they see other people getting opportunities, and then they immediately want to hate on them. Like, oh, like, I know that she's not writing that, or I know that she's fucking this person, or I know this and I know that. And that's, these motherfuckers don't know shit, especially when it comes to me, when it comes to Reese, our ex. I don't even talk to half of these niggas like that. The niggas feel the need to run their fucking mouth about me. These niggas are some bitches on God. Let me not go there, though. But there's no unity on the West Coast, okay? It's not that much. It is a little bit, but it's not enough. I can tell you that right now. But don't get me wrong, Nico, because you go to other regions, and these same exact problems that we have on the West Coast, when it comes to unity, they have that on the East Coast. That's happening in Texas. That's happening in Florida. It's happening in New Jersey and the DMV. Like, it's happening all over the place. There's not a whole lot of unity in battle rap, period. I think that is just a human nature kind of thing. But I feel like our people here on the West Coast, it's like, it's not as many people out here as it is in New York battle rapping. So it's enough of us that we can kind of put our differences to the side and support one another. And whenever you see somebody having a battle out of state, we could, like, some of us could pull up, you feel me? Like, fly out, like, support each other. That's unity. Like, sharing the battles, like, you know what I'm saying, hopping up in the comments, like, you know what I'm saying, like, bigging up our own people. I feel like that right there could help us. That won't hurt us. It will help us to have that unity. But what I want to less of, this is going to be a very unpopular opinion right now, but I have to keep it real and tell you that we need less PGs. It's too many. I feel like it's hurting us at this point because we have all these events, all these different PGs, and how many of them are dropping? Like, I'm not going to blame the staff. I'm not going to blame the ballots. I'm not going to blame nobody, but I'm going to just say that the end result of all these PGs is that all of them aren't dropping. I feel like it should be like 2 PG events a year. So that way people could work harder to get them, and maybe when they get them, they won't fuck over the opportunity. Because I haven't been going to most of the PG events lately, but obviously, I watched the recaps. I holler at the people that was there and see who did what, and that's a whole lot of, so-and-so did real good in his battle, but so-and-so choked. So it's like, okay, that battle's not going to drop now. And it's like a whole bunch of, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, this person did good, that person did good, but that battle never dropped. Like, I feel like it's just too many at this point. And if you want to do a real PG, go to the East Coast and do a PG. Don't do it on the West Coast because it's going to be a longer way for you to get, you know what I'm saying, to wherever you're trying to go. And don't get me wrong, the PGs definitely work for some people. It worked for Geechee. Grizz got out the PGs. But, I mean, outside of Grizz and Geechee, I mean, like, now, like, PGs nowadays, like, the past few years, who else has, like, made it somewhere? I see that Next is going to the East Coast he's going to the DMV for a PG, and I think I saw Jay the Nightwing on there. Like, that's cool and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, the PGs work for a few people, but I think it should be working for more people than just, like, 5 people. Like, it should be, and it's been how many years now? Like, come on, man. Like, that's ridiculous. I feel like it should be, like, 2 a year, and it should be you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be a whole lot of them. It shouldn't be no fucking 12 battles on a card every couple months because, come on, let's be realistic. Those battles ain't dropping.
Yeah, there's just not that many people really elevating their craft for real like that. Like, the ones who do normally, once they have that opportunity, they kind of take off. You can kind of see it, whether it's taking off straight to the main stage, whether it's taking off and they get opportunities in other regions to go battle. Normally, the people who go there and they take it serious enough and they have that it factor about them, normally they know, okay, this is my time, let me turn up. A lot of the problem is people get on these PGs and they treat it like it's their local league. Like, look, you're supposed to elevate at your local league.
We can't do that.
Improve.
Yeah, you can't do that.
But when you get there, you got to have your best work.
Right, exactly. Like, I know, like, when you go to the DMV, like Grizz, I went out for the first band Legacy, which was an amazing event. Grizz did his fucking shit. Oh, my God. I want that battle to drop so bad. I'm pretty sure it will. So I did talk to, the higher ups, and they were like, yeah, this battle for sure going to drop. But it's just a matter of when at this point. But nah, like, I don't feel like a lot of these dudes is ready for that pressure. When I tell you that it was literally like 30 niggas on the stage, like, going against Grizz, like, talking shit to him, like, oh, fuck you, nigga. You can't fuck with this nigga Cuban Wool. Like the whole fucking stage, it was, like, literally, like me and, like, a few other people from the West. And then it's, like, Grizz, and then it's, like, 30 niggas. Like, all, like that pressure on Grizz, I just know that he felt that shit, but he used that pressure to make himself into a diamond for that battle, and that shit was fucking classic. And what I like to do at events whenever I'm out of state, like, supporting somebody, I just walk around. After the battle and just see what niggas is talking about, because niggas sit around, you know what I'm saying, they have those ciphers, and they be, like, talking about the battle and who they felt won. And most of the people was like, nah, like, that nigga Grizz, this nigga is fucking nice. This nigga needs a fucking bigger plate. This nigga is hard. Like, where he from? Are you from the West Coast? Oh, man, nah. Like, the West is on right now. Like, once Smack seen that nigga and once the battle was over, Smack was like, nah, like, this nigga Grizz is on. He holding it down for the West Coast right now. This nigga is next up. Like, that shit is making me so proud of Grizz. Like, I just know he's going to do great going forward. But he has to keep, you know what I'm saying? going out of state for those big opportunities.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. I think one thing too that I would like to see out here with the West, and I think it's people like yourself are doing it, is it's very subtle too. It's promoting. Like, I don't need a whole press run where you go to 50 different radio stations or 50 different bloggers, and I don't need all that. But just take time to promote your craft, just even a little bit, because that'd be the difference between somebody being just local and being pushed to where it's like, no, we want to see this dude here. We want to see him for such and such, such. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a little subtle thing that can really make all the difference. And yourself and others have definitely shown that within how you promote your battles, how you are in your battles. Like, it's just that little thing that can make all the difference. So salute to you for actually, you know what I'm saying, taking pride in branding and pushing your brand out there. You know, a lot of people are just
and promoting is definitely a huge, that's definitely a huge thing to do, is promoting, because how are people ever going to know who you are? Don't get me wrong, like I said before, there are people who are looking toward the West. That is true. But you have to also know that it's some people that aren't. So you have to go into groups, you got to pull up to events, you got to do whatever you got to do to promote your craft and get your stuff out there, get your face known. Like, do recaps, do different blogs and stuff like that. Like, get up an angry fan, like, go on Twitter. Like, I'm kind of against social media. I don't like being on social. I don't like having a bunch of social medias. It's just too much to me. But I have to do that to promote, to get, you know what I'm saying, let people know who I am. And now more people are getting to know who I am. And I just see the battle with Bonnie. And it's like, you know, it's all starting to come together now for me. And this is all self-made shit. Like, I didn't have nobody pushing me from the, you know what I'm saying, from behind. Like, oh, go here, go there, making this connection for me. Like, I didn't have that. All I had was, like, Queen of the Ring. I've always had a good relationship with Devo. So, you know what I'm saying, me and Devo always, you know, been building and stuff. So I have Queen of the Ring. I have those opportunities. But outside of that, like, that's it. I have to, the rest is, you know what I'm saying, on my own. I have to do a lot of stuff on my own. I don't have a manager. I don't have, like, you know, an agent or some shit. Like, I don't have that kind of stuff. I'm self-made out here, period.
I heard that. Talk that shit. Talk that shit. Talk to these niggas. So one thing I want to ask you, you know what I'm saying, and I think you would be the perfect person to answer this because of your journey and what you've done thus far in your young career. For those who are up and coming in the game, right? For those who are, you know, either in their first year, maybe they even might be in their second year, and you had to give them one piece of advice, just one piece of advice, what would be the advice you would give to those people?
Shit, be who you are. Don't switch up because society is telling you to, and don't try to be who you're not. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be yourself. You got to be true to you. I'm right here. I'm right here. Sit down. Sorry about that. My daughter just got home.
Oh, no. All good, all good. I heard that. So I don't even know if I want to get into this because I don't even want to give this man no airplay. But you about to be smoking somebody in about another month. You know what I'm saying? After Bonnie Godiva, after the biggest battle, you know what I'm saying, that you had thus far. You know, about a few
Count
weeks after that,
days, Ray May.
you kind of just giving somebody a little shot. You know, helping them out a little bit. You're battling Ray May at the Bar Fest. You know, shout out to Ray May. You know, shout out to Ray May. You know, he's not trash. He's not terrible. You know, he has potential. But you know, we got to just keep it real. You know what can we expect? Because this is your first time on the Bar Fest, right?
Yes, I've always wanted to be on a Bar Fest, but things just never really panned out for me to be on one. So this year, I don't know, I just felt it like, man, I got to be on a Bar Fest this year. And I don't like taking battles back to back. So I wasn't going to do it at first just because it's 2 weeks after my other battle, Sarash. And I was like, dang, man, I don't like to do battles back to back. I did Trav and Patch Porter back to back. And that took a lot out of me. Like, I felt like I wasn't at 100% for those battles. Yet I still won, but I just felt like, dang, I could have did better. But But I just told myself, like, nah, this is for Young B, man. I don't know what it is about this event, but that shit just has, like, a special feel to it. I was like, I got to be on here. And Ray May kept talking his shit. So I was like, fuck it, I'm about to battle this nigga. I'm about to kill him. But now I respect Ray May, and people are like, oh, you're giving him a shot. I don't really look at it that way, to be honest with you. I feel like Ray May been putting in his work also. Maybe he hasn't reached the heights that I've reached, but we've been battling like almost like the same amount of time. We might have like the same amount of battles or something. I'm not 100% sure how many battles he has, but I have 7. So that would be like, well, technically that would be my 9th battle. But I mean, I don't feel like, oh, I'm giving him a shot. Like, I don't feel like that at all. Like, period. But I just think it's going to be a good battle. It's for Young B. You know, it's a 1-rounder. But I feel like this is going to be a very entertaining battle. Indefinitely.
Listen, the comments have already been entertaining enough. Every time I see a post with one of y'all talking about the battle, that should be having me in tears. So I'm already knowing the entertainment value going to be through the roof with this one.
Yeah, I'm like so excited. Like, I need to start writing for that, like, adamantly, because I just been kind of focused on the Bonnie battle and getting my material memorized these past few days. I've just been so busy with outside things. But I have, like, you know, I started writing for him, and it's like I'm having so much fun writing for him. Like, I remember back in the day when writing was, like, fun. It was a fun process. But when you going out of state and you going to battle these bitches that don't fuck with you and these bitches that's talking shit and they don't like you and the whole crowd is against you, it's no fun to write for those types of battles. You're, like, in fucking kill mode writing for that shit. And I feel like with Ray, I don't have to be in, like, super kill mode like that. Like, I'm having fun. Like, the bars is going to be crazy. Trust and believe that. Like, I got some shit for him. But, I mean, it's, like, fun to write for him. It's going to be a fun battle, I think. It's going to be an entertaining battle. It's going to be for the West Coast. It's going to be for Young B the Future. And I'm excited for it. I cannot wait for this battle. It's going to be so much fun.
Hey, I just recently got to understand what it means to have fun when you be writing. That was the last battle I just had. It was actually fun to, like, prep, because it's like for the first time there's not that pressure. There's not that, like, oh, I got to get in real kill mode. It's kind of like, oh, let me have some fun with this. Let me try something new with this real quick. So,
yeah, exactly.
You know, I definitely understand what you mean. Hey, Ray May, man, these messages about Reese not smoking you, I'm not trying to hear all this, man. Just prepare yourself, man. Prepare yourself, man.
Oh, he's talking shit right
now.
It's
a different kind of smoke, man. Oh, he in the queue right now. He listening in. He hearing what he about to go through. He understands.
Ray May, count your fucking days. I'm smoking you in that do-rag right off your head.
Talk to him. Talk to that do-rag. Talk to that side knot.
Yeah, they gonna be a side knot when I'm done with him. I'm taking that shit off.
Talk. Well, shoot. Last thing before we get up out of here, you know, you got with this Bonnie Godiva battle in Oakland. You know, the West is very well represented on this card.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like when you seen the way that this card like rolled out, and you seen all the matchups, and you know, obviously having your matchup on it, like, how do you feel being on a card like this with so many people from the West and being able to have a big battle on a big card like this? Like, how did that, you know what I'm saying, for you, how do you feel about all of that?
Okay, so when the battle was first presented to me, I knew that it was going to be like something special, because I was like, dang, like, I'm getting Bonnie, like, this is like crazy, it's like next level. But once I saw like Geechee Gotti, Rum Nitty, Ilmac, A-Word, like Active. Ooh, like, once I saw all these names, Diz and Danny, like, once I seen all that shit, I was like so excited. But I can't be that excited, because I'm never excited for a battle until it's over. Like, which I don't know why it's like that for me, but I'd be excited for it. But it's like, okay, I got a mission. I'm not going here to have fun. I'm not going here to turn up. I'm going here to kill somebody. So let me just stay focused on that. And once it's over, that's when I'd be like, dang, like, that's crazy. I was just on the fucking card. Like, my battle with Torture, like, I was in kill mode for that battle. I don't know if y'all follow the Queen of the Ring group and saw all the shit that was going on. I had to block these bitches. Like, I wanted to, like, kill all these hoes. I was like, man, I'm fucking everybody up in this battle. So I kind of, you know, took shots at people in that battle at my third round. And, you know what I'm saying, I took some underhanded shots at some other bitches and all kind of stuff. But once that battle was over, you know, I was, you know, drinking, having fun. That's when I realized, like, dang, I was just on the card with Twerk, fucking Hustle, 40 Bars, Couture, like these names that I've been watching for so many years and these women that I respect so much, like that shit was so amazing to me. Like I was able to like appreciate being on the card. Like people kept asking me leading up to like, oh, how you feel? How you feel? I'm like, oh, I don't feel nothing. Like I'm just ready. Like I'm just ready to kill. And that's how I feel with Bonnie, but I feel a lot more excited because, like, the squad is on the card. It's on the West Coast. It's going to be in Oakland. Like, that shit is so huge for me, and it's on the day of, you know, Malcolm X's birthday. Like, that shit is, like, so exciting to me. Like, I love that. Like, Malcolm X, you know, my name is RX because of Malcolm X. Like, we in the Bay Area where the fucking Black Panthers got started. Like, that shit is just, that energy is just amazing to me. So, I'm just excited, man. I'm excited, but I'm in kill mode. Like, I'm not playing no games with Bonnie at all. She already made a name for herself. She already, you know, established vet. I respect her work. I feel like it's a lot of controversy around her name. It is. But I feel like Bonnie has still done a lot of things that a lot of females didn't. All the stages that she's been on, she be out of the country battling. Like, I feel like she's still worthy of a battle. So I'm going to make it as memorable as I can. Like, I'm going to make sure I get that W, period, by any means.
I heard that. And the squad is definitely well represented up there at King of the Dot on
right.
day 1 and day 2. Y'all all up in
Absolutely.
there, so I'm definitely looking forward. I'm going to definitely be in the building, too, so I'm looking forward to seeing what everybody does.
I know you're going to be in the building. Once I saw us up in Oakland, I was like, Nico ain't even got to go that far now. You can just pull
that's
right
up
on
the
up.
street, you know.
Yeah,
that's right up the street from Sacramento. We going to be in there. Oh, everything. I'm going to be in there. I already told people, I'm like, look, even if I didn't have a ticket, I had a pay-per-view on outside, and you know what I'm saying? I'll be chilling outside the venue. I don't care. I'm there. We there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God, so
yeah.
Tell me where all the bomb food spots is, Nico, because I'm going to be hungry, so let me know what's up. I want to know what the good chicken is at. The soul food.
I'm going to have to scout the joint. I'm going to have to scout it out there and see what's really real out there.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to go. I used to go to the Bay Area a lot growing up, and I haven't been in some years now. So I haven't been since that one PG event, actually. But growing up, I always on vacation in the Bay Area because my dad loves the Bay Area, so we would always go. So I haven't been there to, like, you know, look around the city and stuff in a minute. So I definitely want to go and explore the city also when I'm out there.
I heard that. Well, Queen, I appreciate you taking the time. I know this was a kind of delayed interview and all that good stuff. Appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, sticking around and chopping it up with us and whatnot. So these next few minutes, go ahead and plug everything, do any shout-outs that you have. Talk your stuff, Queen. Next few minutes is all you.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. It's pretty_Reese. My Facebook, my Facebook is Reese, and my Twitter is Pretty Reese. So make sure y'all follow me on that right there. Shout out to Nico first and foremost. Shout out to everybody involved in the Town Business Card. King of the Dot, Queen of the Ring, West Coast Elite, my squad, Crack City Death Certificate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my people that tuned in also. You feel me? Whether I fuck with you or not, you know, you're looking out for tuning in.
Most def. Well, appreciate you, Queen, and we definitely gonna chop it up soon.
Fucking dead. That's the last thing. Ray Man, you fucking dead. I'm killing you. It's over for you.
Talk to him. I'm about to just make a clip of that right there. Just that right there. I'm just have a clip of that just on repeat. Just put it in the queue for him to listen to.
Don't forget about that.
I appreciate you calling in, Queen.
Absolutely, Nico. I appreciate you for having me on, bro. For